If you're worried about the 2016 election, then just welcome to the club. I mean, I'm not worried about it. It's just a crappy election because, you know, our choices are real bad. But I'm just going to let you know right now, voting is a choice. You have the right to vote, not an obligation or mandate to vote. You have the right to vote. Therefore, that implies choice. You can choose whether to vote or not. So if you don't want to vote for either of the candidates or any other candidates, then don't vote for them. But your reason for not voting shouldn't be it's too much of a hassle or Netflix or some bullshit. Come on, we've been voting for 200 years. Well, you white folks have been voting for 200 years, but 200 years of voting, and they managed to do it each time. So I'd shut the up about that hassle. Just, get your ass in gear. We should be voting for candidates, not against them. So if we don't want Trump to win, we shouldn't just vote for the other person automatically. We should vote for the other person if we think that person's a good choice. Like, goodness gracious, like, we shouldn't be voting against people. You should be voting for people. Because if you don't vote for people, and if you just vote against people, then your vote doesn't truly reflect your choice. For you people who are about that voting against policy, just know Trump's not gonna win. Trump up his woman vote. He up. It's over. He's out of this election. The Republicans are pulling out on his ass. He will not win. His comment about women and sexual assault he made earlier, it's over. Like, he said that, and he put his entire woman vote in the toilet. So if he had a chance of winning then, if he had a chance of winning before that, he definitely doesn't have a chance now. Just don't worry about Trump winning. He's not gonna win. So calm down, everybody. Speaking of the comment that Trump said and how everybody got outraged and shocked and freaked out, you shouldn't be shocked by what Trump says at this point. He's Trump. That's his shtick. That's his thing. That's what he does. He's Trump. He insulted the minorities. And did you think he wasn't coming for women next? Did you think he wasn't gonna attack women? Like, seriously. And that's the thing that ticks me off. Like, that's what shocks you? That's what outrages you? That's what puts your vote in the toilet? You didn't give a crap that he was bad-mouthing all these minorities and these other innocent people, or may not be innocent people, but he was insulting so many other peoples and, like, just bad-mouthing the hell out of this country. And then all of a sudden he comments about women and you're going like, oh no, that's where I draw the line. You, that's where you draw the line. You didn't give it. That's how you know you're a piece of shit. That's how you know you're racist or you're just a piece of shit. Because you didn't care about what he said about any of those people until, comment about women. And that's where we get, oh my goodness, oh lordy lord, shut the up. Go back to terrible people camp. God damn, you guys are garbage. Speaking of garbage, the Republicans. We already knew they were garbage, but if you wanted confirmation, here's confirmation for you. These Republicans, they're pulling out on Trump. They drew the line at women. Something that made his campaign irreversibly unwinnable. It's over. It's over, and that's why they're pulling out. They didn't give a shit about who else they were insulting. They drew the line at this. And what was stupid is that they tried to justify pulling out on Trump with all their, I have a mom, I have a wife, I have a daughter. Like, they try to justify it with the women in their life, and to that I say, f*** you. That shouldn't be why you pull out on Trump. You should pull out on Trump because what he said was morally wrong. It was wrong. That's why you should pull out on it. Not because of the women in your life and that bullshit excuse you came up with in a shower or went to a freaking conference to come out with that uniting excuse, you unoriginal but because it's wrong. What he said is wrong. It's bad, and a presidential candidate should not be saying that shit. That should automatically get him disqualified. Well, he's automatically disqualified at this point. This man is not gonna win. Now, getting on Hillary's ass. We really gotta comment on why a lot of people might not want to vote for Hillary. The reason why they might not want to vote for Hillary is because she comes off as shady, because of the whole email scandal thing, and the fact that we are not certain whether it was a scandal or not, and that leaves room for speculation, and like that makes people feel uncomfortable. Plus, Hillary wasn't really that appealing. I mean, she was appealing, but she's not that appealing, especially to young voters. Young voters wanted Bernie to win, but Bernie, he didn't have a lick of a chance because he was an old white man, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Being an old white man gets you out of this, it basically gets you out of this campaign, it gets you out of this election, unless you're freaking Trump. I'm sorry, Bernie, I feel for you. The reason why Bernie was so appealing, probably a bit more appealing than Hillary was the fact that he was honest. He wasn't shady because he was honest. He flat out told us that being president wouldn't just solve all our problems, and there's stuff that he could not do, and the stuff that people are saying that they will do when they're president that they can't actually do once they're in office, or cannot just do directly. Like, he was honest with us, which is a little more than what we can say for Hillary. We probably can't say that Hillary was totally dishonest, but we can say what that whole scandal and was a bit shady. And the whole thing about the scandal that keeps it shady is the fact that it's unconfirmed whether it was a scandal or not. We don't know whether it was a scandal for sure or whether it was not a scandal. There's just no evidence. So, like, speculation's out there. Between Trump, just asshole, and then you got Hillary, who was just shady as hell. Like, do those two choices sound good to you? Yeah, what the do you care? Go Netflix and chill.